Language learning isn't just about textbooks or grammar drills. It's about crafting meaningful, dynamic experiences where students engage with language through multiple senses and contexts. Language classrooms are dynamic spaces where educators creatively weave together reading, writing, listening, and speaking. This video brings together impactful strategies across teaching styles to present a holistic approach to language instruction. Reading often begins with silent engagement and visual support. As learners follow the text silently or with the teacher's voice, they begin to recognize word patterns and structure more naturally. This strengthens not only their basic literacy skills but also their ability to connect what they read to real-life experiences, creating a more meaningful and lasting understanding. Writing grows from recognizing sound-letter relationships supported by structured tasks like spelling, copying, and sentence building. Students gradually transition from controlled to independent writing, learning to express ideas clearly and accurately. With each new activity, they gain a greater awareness of how language is formed on the page, strengthening both grammar knowledge and creative expression. Listening isn't passive, it's an active, embodied process. Through the use of songs, repetition, gestures, and total physical response activities, learners develop the ability to decode spoken language in context. These multi-sensory experiences help them link sound to meaning, build auditory memory, and prepare their ears for more fluent language comprehension. Speaking is introduced early and reinforced often. Students engage in structured sentence repetition, rhythm exercises, and pair conversations that boost both fluency and confidence. As students hear themselves speak and receive support from peers and teachers, they begin to see language as a tool for connection, self-expression, and active participation in real-world interactions. Vocabulary and grammar serve as the essential tools that empower learners to connect, express, and build across all four language skills. Vocabulary is introduced not as isolated words to memorize but rather as meaningful language drawn from real-life situations, like shopping at a market, making a phone call, or talking about family traditions. Students are encouraged to explore the meanings of words by guessing from context, associating them with visuals, grouping them thematically, and applying them immediately in speech and writing. Through this process, vocabulary becomes not just something to remember, but something to use, and use with confidence. Grammar is not delivered as abstract rules to be memorized, but as patterns to be discovered. Learners encounter new structures embedded within authentic conversations, stories, and student-produced sentences. Instead of learning about grammar, they engage with it, recognizing tenses, connectors, and question forms as they naturally arise in context. With gentle guidance from the teacher, students learn to notice how form, meaning, and usage work together, transforming grammar from a rigid system into a flexible tool for communication. Learning becomes truly dynamic when students interact, collaborate, and build language together through purposeful social engagement. Students thrive when they collaborate. Some groupings are teacher-selected to build confidence by pairing learners with similar abilities or needs, creating a safe space for participation and reducing performance anxiety. Others are random to build flexibility and adaptability, helping students develop communication strategies in unpredictable, real-life-like interactions that mirror authentic language use. From sentence building in pairs to jigsaw reading in groups, each interaction reinforces both language and confidence. These collaborative tasks not only support skill development, but also promote social bonding, critical thinking, and learner autonomy. Behind every effective classroom activity lies thoughtful structure, carefully planned routines, clear instructions, and purposeful transitions that guide learning while creating a safe space for students to engage with confidence. Classroom management sets the rhythm of learning. Clear transitions, visual cues, and structured routines help students feel secure in what's expected of them at every stage of the lesson. This sense of predictability reduces anxiety, increases focus, and makes it easier for learners, especially those at lower levels, to participate actively without fear of making mistakes. Teachers circulate, guide without dominating, and adapt activities to student levels, creating safe, flexible spaces for risk-taking. By maintaining a balance between structure and autonomy, they empower students to take ownership of their learning while still feeling supported and guided throughout the process. Assessment is woven into the learning process, not to judge students, but to guide them. Assessment is ongoing, not just a final test. Teachers observe participation, check understanding during group tasks, and use real-life role-plays. Students also reflect on their own learning, using cards, self-checks, or peer assessment. Feedback becomes a two-way street. Throughout these classrooms, learning is never left to chance. Teachers provide just the right amount of support at each stage, starting with visual aids, modeling examples, and structured steps. This is scaffolding. As students grow in confidence and ability, the support is gradually withdrawn, allowing them to take ownership of their learning. From guided writing tasks to independent speaking, every skill is built with care, step by step. Scaffolding isn't about simplifying learning. It's about empowering learners to do what they couldn't do alone, until they can. What unites all these strategies is harmony. Every skill supports the others. Every activity has a purpose. Every student is seen not just as a learner, but as a communicator. In these classrooms, language learning isn't just taught, it's lived. It becomes something students experience, embody, and carry with them far beyond the walls of the classroom. This is where language transforms from a subject into a bridge, connecting ideas, cultures, and people in authentic, powerful ways.